Welcome to Yenko, Africa. My name is Ama. I want to thank you guys for tuning in on today. Today we're going to go on a ride. If you hang in here with me, and I thank those of you who do watch the entire shares. I do appreciate all of you, but those who take the time to watch the shares, I really appreciate it. And Yah bless you. So today I'm going to take you guys into Devtraco Courts, which is a community, a planned community, developed community within the Tema Community 25 area of Greater Accra. Okay, and so this is a well-planned community. It's been, around for several years, and they're still developing. And so today I'm going to show you different segments of that community. They have sort of little sections within the community itself. So the first place I'm going to take you to is just to show you that they do have apartments, but it's set to the side by itself, which I really love that idea, that they place the apartments in its own section. And then we're going to ride through the community. All right, so join me on a ride through the Devtraco Courts community located in Community 25 of Tema, Ghana, West Africa. And now you'll see that this apartment community is set up with 3 security posts, or maybe you didn't. There's one straight ahead. There isn't anyone in this right now, but and there's one to the right and one to the left. You may not have seen those security guards, but believe you, they saw me. They're familiar with me, so I'm in here, but not particularly in this section. I'm in here just kind of giving you guys a view of the area. You'll see that they have color-coded buildings, and then they're building some new ones in the back, the brown ones there. But they have the yellow and gray, the blue, and the brown units as well. But on each side, there are there's one guard gate on each side, so that each of those areas you have to go through security to get into them. And you'll find a number of security posts throughout this community, some of them, with a clear security guard post, and then they have like little mini security posts, which are little blue stands that are set up throughout the community. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to ride the perimeter, or at least I started out with the idea that I'm going to ride the perimeter of the community. But up here you'll see where I'll turn in and just kind of take you through some of the different streets. You'll also notice that they have sidewalks, which is very, very good. They have lights that cover the entire community. My only complaint about the lights is that they're electric, so if the power goes out at night, the lights also go out. So they may want to consider, adding the solar panel elements to those lights so that they can shine even at night when the power is out, or if there's a storm or something of that sort. You have the right to have your own generator in here, and that's good. That comes in handy. Now you'll see that some of the established homes are here, and then this section that we're coming up on is a new section. Most of the homes are not occupied at the time, but I'll take you down there just a bit, and then I'll back out because the road actually ends, and so you have to turn around. So I'll just show you a little bit of it. But this is a new section. I believe these are all 3 bedrooms. Some of them may be 2 bedrooms, but I think for the most part they are 3 bedrooms. I could be wrong, right? So there are quite a few homes here. All of these are new, and most of them are not occupied at this time. I'm not sure if they're already sold or if they're selling these, but if you're interested, you can contact the community and they'll be happy to let you know. So I'm going to back out of this. Once again, another thing that I love about this community is that they give room for the wall, right, and the road. So you see that outside of each home, there's room for landscaping, there's room for the gutters. Your wall is not on the road, and that's how any community should be. Your wall should never be built up to the road, whether you're building your individual home or or a mini estate or whatever. Okay, never build your wall on the road. Okay, because you don't want to have a situation where they come back later and knock your wall down because they need to widen the road. And I just think that many, developers don't plan for the future. They don't plan for development. They plan just to sell that plot and that's it. But I love the fact that they really planned this community well. They put in the lights, they put in the sidewalks, they put in the broad roads, for example, in some sections like this one. And then there's streets that are, just regular streets, but it's enough for you to come, one car to come and the other to go. This straight ahead is where they store like the work trucks and such. So that's just a worker section, and behind that, that's an office. We'll come back to that street right there. But we're coming up now in the area where they have the two-story buildings, which is also a private subdivision of this community. To the left and to the right, you may not be able to see it, but as soon as you turn there on either side, there are guard gates here as well. I'll be turning around in a bit, but in just a second, on the right, it's going to be an entry to another subsection of this community. And there's a curve that actually goes around the corner, and it comes into this same community there where this entrance is. It goes around, this road goes around, and you can also enter into that community from the back way, where there is also another guard gate. So you see that they have quite a few guard gates within the community, which most communities do not have. Many of them have, like at the main points, you have, one at the entrance, one at the back, if you have a back entrance or a side entrance, and that's pretty much it. But this community has placed quite a few sections with guards in it. And I think that's a great concept. And if, the little the booths that they have throughout the community, they will have guards there as well, or watch people. But it's good, in my opinion, to have them there at all times because it's really a large community. Now, one thing I do note, now you see that those guys saw me and they came out, right, doing their job. Okay, and so they came out. Even if they're familiar with you, they will still take note that they see you moving about and so on and so forth, which is good. That's what you want, right? If you're moving into a community, you want your guards to do their job, and so I think that's a great thing. And so now where I'm going right now is an older section. I think this is the first part of their development. I think when they first established themselves as a community here, I think they started in the back, and this is the section that they started, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think this back section on the left is what they started first. And it also has another guard gate, which when I reviewed the footage, you're not going to be able to see it very well, but the guard that's here, he's seen me, he knows me several times coming in and out of here. There's a property that was here, so yeah. But this section is mostly made up of there are a lot of detached units here. Semi-detached units, meaning a duplex, but they also have detached units as well in this section of the community. So there's a good bit of semi-detached, and then there are also some detached. I could either go to the right or to the left or straight. I'm going to go straight, and either side basically mirrors the other as far as the type of homes. Guys, I do apologize for the fuzziness that you may see on the screen here. didn't have any idea that this was not going to be as bright as I would want it to be, and that my window shield would be as fuzzy as it is. But I hope that you are able to get an idea of what the community looks like from watching this, and also get a feel of the community and see that big space there where you can do your own landscaping, add some beautiful trees and plants there, and you're not right up on the wall, which is great, which I think is wonderful. All right, so what I decided to do is not to go all the way down to the end. I decided to turn around because this pretty much gives you an idea of what this section of the community looks like. And once again, I believe that this is the older section. That's also another gate there. That's not the one we came through, but there's another gate and guard post there as well. So in this community, if everyone manned their little subsection, you wouldn't be more than 2 or 3 minutes away, or a few feet, 100 feet, or if that, from a guard, if they all man the mini post and such. But they're always moving around. You'll see them walking around as well, and that's the opposite side of the side that I just went down. Okay, and we're going back out again. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come on out of here, and I'm going to stop for just a second. I need to do something, and then I am going to make my way down to the other side of the community. So this section of the community, I believe, was the second phase of their development. Once again, to the right is where they store their building equipment, and they're actually building out more homes because there were other buildings here and they tore some of them down. So they're moving down, putting more homes here. And I do want to point out that they do have speed bumps throughout the community. The roads have taken a bit of, beating, I guess, because of all of the construction work, but it's not, horrible. It's just in a few sections where there are some problems. But other than that, the speed bumps are the only things I would say, be a little cautious with, because some of them are kind of high. And so you have to position your car just right not to cause any problem. But other than that, it keeps people from speeding, which is very good. All right. Except for cyclists, motorcyclists. What I'm going to do in just a little bit too, I think I'm going to turn here, if it's somewhere here, I'm going to turn and take us down some of the streets in this community so you can get a better feel of what the individual streets look like. But each of these side roads, go into streets and homes that are there as well. Okay, I'm going to turn here. Yeah. So this is one of the homes on the second phase of construction. You see the trees a little bit more mature. Once again, they have that room right there for you to do whatever you want to do in that section with planting plants and just making your home look beautiful. Some people are parked on the street, but there's ample parking, at least in the homes that I've seen, for parking cars. But just for convenience, I guess some people park on the street. And although most of the homes are alike, they do try to switch up with the colors. So you have a green section, you have a gray section, you have a yellow section, you have a multicolor section, you have a peach colored section, a pink colored section, red. So they do try to switch up the colors. I love this street because it's so wide on both sides. I mean, so you feel like if you want to go walking, you can go walking, even though right here in this section there's no sidewalk. But if you lived here, you could just walk round and round and round this section right here. And your kids could play right here. There's very little traffic coming through here. This is another new section right across from it, the blue and yellow. And these homes are I think they're about 3 bedrooms each. But there's ample parking. You see the reservoirs are there. Just really nice. Sidewalks are there. You can go walking through the community, which a lot of people do. You'll see them walking, especially in the evening time. There is a mixed community here, meaning there are lots of foreigners here. That's one thing you may want to know. There are lots of foreigners. There are Lebanese, there are Turkish, there are Palestinians, there are Arabs, there are Russians, there are Caucasians. I haven't seen very many Chinese in here. Not sure why, but I haven't. Of course, there are Africans here, but honestly, I've seen quite a few foreigners living in here. That wall right here, they must have been doing some work on it and they need to do some patching or plaster. After they've plastered, I guess they'll come back and repaint it. But for those of you who are looking for a community that may be, diverse, this would be a community for you. But as far as socialization with or socializing with others, I see them tend to stick to themselves by their groups. So that's something, I'm going to keep it absolutely, you know, as some people say 100, I say truthful on here. They seem to stick to themselves, the various groups. And honestly, I've seen, just a growing number of foreigners living here. And, there are still native Africans or Ghanaians here, native Ghanaians here. But yeah, I do want you to know that there is a mixed community here. There are a number of people because of the ports as well. The ports are nearby. A number of them are in the apartment sections because of the ports. Some companies may own apartments over there. Some of them may own houses. But yeah, just want you guys to know what the community is like as far as the graphics of the community as well. So we're in another section, which is also a new section or semi-new as well. And that little blue station there, that's like one of the smaller stations that you'll see posted up throughout the community. Sometimes you'll see guards sitting in them throughout the day. I think they move to different sections, or sometimes they have sections where people sit there all day. So I'm going to back out here and take another route. And the reason I wanted to do this because the landscaping was so beautiful. The plants here, I could see them from the street there. I wanted to get this, and unfortunately I'm using a card, and my camera here is not bringing up what it should. I'll make sure I switch up the next time and also clean my windows. But yeah, you see just how nice this is. You have the opportunity to just do so many things right there in the front. And here, this is another section where the homes are relatively new. These may be 2 bedrooms, I'm not sure. They just look slightly smaller than the others. Right? Now I do notice that, and I did inquire about this some time ago. They do not allow you, or not too long ago, I should say, they do not allow you to have electric fences. So those of you who may be coming and going, and you want to make sure that your home is fully secured and as best as possible, they do not allow you to put in electric fences here. They may feel that they don't need them because the security guards are there, but I'm like, the security guard can't be watching my house all the time. And they're not here for personal service, they're here for the community as a whole. So if you want to add, I've seen people with dogs, so you can have a dog, but as far as electric fences, you cannot have an electric fence, which is something that I wish that they would allow. All right, and so now I'm in another section here, and I'm going to be coming back around, but just giving you guys a better view of what the community is like. It's relatively large, and we haven't even been down, not relatively, it's really large. We haven't been down all of the streets. I'm just kind of doing a perimeter um, view of the community, and then going into some of the streets here and there. This is a mixed section where you have duplexes and you have, meaning semi-detached, that's another name for duplex that they use here. And then you have, on one side, you have detached, fully detached homes. So you have a mixture of those on the same street. All right, and then this is another section where you may find a guard sitting here during the day as well. All right, and so we're back on one of the main streets. It's not the main streets, but one of the main streets in the community. If you got here and you needed to get back, if you found this street, this will lead you back to the main road. All right, and so now we're heading back out there, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Those of you who stuck here until the end, Yah bless you. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for tuning in. And hopefully, if you're looking for a home and you need any, well, hopefully, if you're doing your home search here in Ghana, I hope that you will find what you're looking for. Things as far as house hunting in Ghana have just turned, I won't say to the dogs, but it's become a dog eat dog kind of world out here when looking for a home. You have the challenges with landlords, you have the challenges with agents, you have the challenges, just with the everyday thing with competing buyers, competing renters, just the normal things. But it can be very frustrating when you are looking for a home, you're in a foreign country, and you have to deal with the element of greed, you have to deal with dishonesty. These things I will be discussing all these things possibly in the near future. But yeah, I hope that you will be able to find what you're looking for, and much success to you. All right, so I'm coming back out to the main street here. You'll see me coming up towards the guard gate and heading out of the community. Thank you so much for tuning in, and shalom.